This is cooking up so beautiful. The aroma is filling up the studio/kitchen.
Yeah, everyone's smelling. I've noticed that Diane's creeping over here too right now.
Diane's right by the camera with us. She's like over with the fork.
Waiting for my cue.
Ready for the cue. All right, so we got going some beautiful pasta, springtime pasta, which you could have hot or cold. And we're using a lot of squash in this. And the squash right now is coming at a great value. I'm going to do a tip on this beautiful yellow squash, or crooked neck squash. When you buy it nice and yellow like this, is very, very important. Free from any shriveling whatsoever, and it's got to be fairly firm. When you bring them home in the refrigerator right away, now this squash is much milder than the green squash, so use a little bit more of it to get some of that flavor. And it doesn't have the nutritional values the green ones do.
They don't, but you know, I like the name. I like crooked neck.
Crooked neck.
That's what I like to call them. So this is just, you know, your zucchini. When you pick out zucchini in the store, you want to make sure green from top to bottom. It should have smooth skin, no blemishes, no cuts. And I like to pick out the medium-sized one. I feel they have the best flavor. And then when you bring them home, just store them in the refrigerator. Use them pretty quickly, right? But
yeah, that's right.
2-3
and nice
days.
And heavy, too. That means they have very little seeds inside there and more density.
Exactly. And, you know, you don't want to store them too long because that's how you start to lose their nutritional value.
Okay, so here we got going. We already got 3 or 4 things, maybe 5 things already going in the pan, creating a wonderful sauce, and all the flavors are coming together. What we got going, Steph?
So we started off with a chicken stock, just a touch of white wine for acidity, chickpeas and olive oil. We sauteed that up, then we started adding in our tomatoes, then our chicken sausage. We let that cook, and then you put in this pasta, which is a touch of pasta water. A little more now.
And the mezza rigatoni is what we use. I love mezza rigatoni because you use a spoon or a fork to enjoy it. And it just brings out a lot of the flavor. And some of the chickpeas actually go inside that rigatoni. So you get one bite, you get a lot of different flavors going on. So, and this is what we did with the squashes.
So here's a fun way to cut your vegetables, because, you know, when you cut them the same way all the time, it can get a little bit tiring. So what I like to do, especially with squash, is take just a vegetable peeler and you make ribbons, like this.
And then we put it on right at the very end. You just want to heat it up. You really don't want to cook it, otherwise it'll start to break apart.
Exactly. You just want to heat these up. And this would be a similar way you make zucchini noodles. Zucchini is a great thing to use for stuff like that. It's a great vehicle.
A little bit of parsley.
Mix that in.
Perfect. And a little bit more. We need any more pasta water? We think we got enough moisture in there.
There's enough moisture in here, and the squash is going to release some of its moisture.
All right.
I'm making a huge mess.
You're making it's okay though. You see how the zucchini ribbons already cooked up?
So they are.
That's all.
You just want to heat them up.
That's it.
Because you can eat those raw just as they are. That's a great part of it.
Look how beautiful this looks, Steph.
And you know, this would actually be a good pasta cold, just to squeeze a lemon on there the next day.
Yeah, it's always, because that brings back a lot of the flavor.
It brings back a lot of the flavor. And you know, when you have something, especially a shortcut pasta like this, spaghetti I'm not a huge fan of when it's cold, but a shortcut pasta I love cold.
Diane, you've been waiting for that.
It's like waiting off to the
Dan was
side.
over there during the commercial.
I'm sitting so close to the plate right now.
So close,
no
it's
idea.
so far.
I just need your fork. Now, I have a spiral cutter at home that I cut my zucchini with. Could you do this with that kind of a cut and like a spaghetti or a longer kind of noodle too?
Yeah, absolutely, you could.
I might just make this a
Just don't overcook it, though.
Yeah, because you really only had the zucchini in there for a few seconds.
Yeah, 15,
you just
20
want to heat it up,
seconds.
that's it. And it'll, you know, it keeps heating up in that plate.
Well, I mean, it looks and it smells delicious. I'm looking forward to grabbing one of these forks and just getting it.
It's there.
A nice light dish for this these nice temperatures we have.